All right, welcome to episode 5 of the JNL Sports Show. Switching it up on the introductions a bit. You got Noah here introducing you. To my right,
Josh Marks.
and to my left.
Luke Holman.
And some news earlier today regarding the NFL and coronavirus. We wanted to mention it at least. A few coaches, Pete Carroll, Kyle Shanahan, and John Gruden, and Sean Payton, all fined for not wearing masks at the games.
My main question about this would be should coaches have to wear I guess the argument would be on one side, you're on television, lead by example. You should be wearing a mask, you know what I mean? So I think on that side, they should be just because they're on TV.
Yeah.
But aren't they getting tested fucking 4 times a week?
Yeah, but I think you can also say since they're not getting tested every day, that there's at least the slight chance that they could
even the
possibly
bubble
contract
does it. Even the NBA bubble, fucking, I know the coaches don't have to.
Yeah, the head coaches don't, but all the staff, reserves have
who
to.
are there all day, they're
Yeah.
also living there.
Yeah, I think
I think
it's just setting the precedent type
mostly
thing. That
just to set the example. Wear your damn masks.
So you're gonna fine them $100,000 for that? I mean, I guess
I
that's
mean, you gotta-
probably
you
chump
got- you have
change
to-
to
yeah. Well,
Pete
that-
Carroll.
but you gotta
It's
do
a fucking
something.
happy meal to them.
You gotta do something just to show that you're actually going to enforce it. Because if they did nothing, then why would any coach in the NFL wear one?
Yeah,
Right.
and in case it didn't hurt the coaches alone, the teams also got fined $250,000. So it also hurts the owners at this point.
Yeah.
To where they're probably
Yeah.
can you fucking can you wear a mask, please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could also use that towards their advantage and be like, hey, we're going to alter your contract just because of pandemic reasons.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure most contracts have it act of God clause. So they could probably be like, yeah, if you don't wear a mask, we're going to start finding you too.
Yeah.
And then you get double fined. So.
Yeah, no. I would be surprised if there was another instance.
How'd they
the
not
rest of
find
this-
Belichick?
That man's mask is like a child-sized mask. It covers.
It was type small. It was.
He
shit
had
does
it on
not
his
cover
nose. That was it.
because that's all it covers. It's tiny.
Yeah.
That looked like
It
Mermaid
stops,
Man.
It stops
Yeah,
at
yeah, I
his
see
bottom
the
lip.
memes, it looked like Mermaid Man.
Stops at his bottom lip, barely over his mouth.
Dude, the way it flapped out like a duck's wing.
It was wild.
Yeah, it was
But yeah,
interesting.
the NBA, I will never understand that other than probably... Are there reporters in the NBA?
Yeah,
Are they living there too?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Because I know they stay more than 6 feet apart while doing the interview.
Yeah, they.
And
also
the
have to wear
microphone
masks.
comes down in a little crane, and it's always
Yeah.
too fucking far away from the dude,
Yeah,
and you can't
those
hear
interviews
anything.
those interviews are fucking weird as shit. They're just
It's almost like listening to
something
Noah
else.
on the podcast. It's just so far away.
something else.
Yeah.
There's something else.
You got anything to say about that? Noah?
They've done the same thing with NFL post game interviews I've seen. I think it was it Travis? It was after week 1 though, the Chiefs game. I saw what's it called? They interviewed Travis Kelce and it was the same 6 feet like super far away, and
Yeah.
Travis Kelce looks like he's talking to no one, and then you just hear the interviewee or interview person, but you don't see them because
Yeah.
they're showing Travis Kelce. So I'm I don't know who's talking to him
I guess
right
if
now.
it is an example thing, I understand that
Yeah.
for sure, because we are in a pandemic.
Yeah.
You should probably follow some
Yeah.
guidelines. Let's get that out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah. So, speaking of the NBA, some news this past week. The Nuggets, man. They did it again. They came back down 3-1. Clippers, absolute embarrassment. Pandemic P, back in full effect. He was
Pandemic P.
garbage.
Damn.
Clippers, they, as I said in the last podcast, they were fucking super close to clinching it in both game 5 and 6. They had double-digit leads, and they blew both of them.
Max Kellerman got destroyed on first take.
Well, yeah,
after.
because he said something about
He's
Kawhi
been-
being a better clutch player than Kobe.
And then I
Which-
forgot who he was with. They were
Before
name the
this-
moments, and then he was like,
He was but wait a second, and then
Well,
kept
I mean,
going on. It was
To be fair, Kawhi did have a pretty clutch moment last year, and I think it was the Eastern Conference Final. It might have been second round. I don't remember, but it was the game 7. He hit the buzzer beater
yeah.
for the win against the Sixers. But
You
other
ever
than that,
tear his ACL and make 2 free throws after?
I mean, no, he hasn't torn his ACL. So, I mean, he did win Finals MVP with the Spurs I forget what year, but like he's a good player. You know, one of the top players in the league,
Yeah.
obviously. But this series, couple of games he underperformed, especially this Game 7. Nuggets.
Him
routed
and Ball. What were their
Him-
combined
yeah.
numbers?
Kawhi and Paul George combined for a total of 24 points in the entire game, and both went scoreless in the fourth.
You just can't let that happen.
Not in
You
Game
just can't.
7.
Jamal
Just can't do
Murray
that.
dropped 40 points in that game. The Nuggets, first team in NBA history to come back from down 3-1 two times in a single postseason. And Doc Rivers, coach of the Clippers, becomes first coach in NBA history to lose 3 different series in his career after being up 3-1.
I see a lot of like things about him being possibly gone pretty soon. With
I
the
don't know.
team that he built, I feel like it's too early for him to go away.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, it's Kawhi's first year. Granted, they should have done more.
Yeah.
They should have looked better, but I don't know. It's a little weird that I can blame it on Kawhi getting comfortable in a new city.
Yeah, I guess after Game 7 in the locker room, Paul George was like giving the team like a speech or something.
Breaking news. This is our first breaking news on our show.
What are you saying right now?
The Giants sign Devontae Freeman to a 1-year deal.
Nice. I picked him up in fantasy last week because he said he was talking with a few teams. So I was like, he's going to get signed at some point.
That's
and I
tough
needed running
because,
backs because I got
Barkley
killed with
couldn't do
injuries.
anything with that offensive line. So how the fuck do you expect?
I mean,
Yeah, I don't know what you're. I mean, like, yes, it was a good pickup for
This
you
is
because
this
you
is a
don't-
this
you
is
have
a
nothing
Christian
to
McCaffrey
lose.
trade all over again, basically.
speaking
You're
of Chris
just-
McCaffrey,
Yeah, that is.
He's hurt
Also,
for-
also hurt.
he's hurt for
We'll
some
get to
time.
NBA or we'll get to NFL. We'll get to
Yeah,
NFL. That was
there's a lot to
Yeah.
go over with that.
So,
just when
so-
there's breaking
up-
news, we have to derail the show.
Finish up NBA talk.
So after Game 7 of that Nuggets Clippers series, Paul George apparently gave the team like a little speech saying, you know, we have the pieces, you know, we got to stick together for a title run next year. And supposedly it was met with some eye rolls from the team
Ooh.
because, as you know, pandemic P, full effect in that series. He was not good at all. I don't know why people call him Playoff P. Does it not
Nobody called him playoff P.
It was just him.
Paul George called
named
himself
himself
playoff P. Though.
Yeah. Well.
He got like trashed online for saying
Yeah.
that. He's an idiot. They call me. Nobody in the fucking world has ever called you playoff P.
Yeah.
And he set himself up for the pandemic P.
Yeah.
Because that's what you fucking get.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't just give yourself a nickname that you
Yeah.
don't deserve and then
Yeah.
What has he done in the playoffs?
Not a lot. Not a lot.
I was hoping for like some actual.
I don't think he's ever advanced past the second round. He might have.
What?
He might have gotten to the Western. No, actually.
That's
Yeah, I don't know.
fucking
The
wild.
the fact that
doesn't
you have
really-
the fact that you have to think
Yeah,
about
he
it.
doesn't- he
Imagine,
already tells you
imagine
enough.
not being in a finals ever and
and
thinking
calling
you're like
yourself playoff
P.
B.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know.
fucking ridiculous.
He's not that good in the playoffs.
Another
Uh,
team that has not been good in the playoffs, other than the last game, the Celtics look like shit the past 2 games.
Past 2 second
Past,
halves.
yeah, okay.
They started in both Game 1 and Game 2. They jumped out to an early lead. They had a double-digit lead in both of the first 2 games. Blew both of them. Lost by 3 in overtime in Game 1, and then lost in Game 2 after multiple chances to, close out the game. Late turnovers have been killing us. Game 3, though, after that whole locker room thing, players were yelling at each other. Marcus Smart was, one of the ones that were pretty pissed off. They came out. Hayward returned finally, and also news on that, he will be staying in the bubble. Him and his wife talked about it. Even if she goes into labor, he's staying in the bubble because
That's crazy.
That's
he got
wife of the year
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah,
because
She's like, yeah, don't worry about
he
it.
got
Just give him birth to
unexpected
a child.
family time due to his injury, so they discussed it.
You have 2
Yeah,
of
he's-
them
he-
already.
he's
It's
got-
not like it's the first
he's
kid,
got-
so
yeah,
it's
I think he has
whatever.
3.
Either,
I mean, either way, that's
still the
even more
birth
of a
child.
reason why he doesn't have to be there. I'm joking.
It's the birth of his child.
Yeah,
so
but
it's
Yeah.
kinda
definitely
crazy.
wife of the year.
So Game 3, they came out hot. They had a 20-point lead at one point.
I think
Nearly blew it again.
I think
but-
when it first came out that they had an argument in the locker room game too, it was a very negative thing.
Yeah,
And I think because they're in the bubble, they kind of were forced to talk about it afterwards.
Yeah.
And like they had to make up. I think the bubble is helping them in that aspect because it could have very well, if this happened in the regular season in a regular
Yeah.
arena, Marcus Smart could have drove home angry or something.
Well, I mean,
But I think in the bubble
Not
it forced them to
necessarily.
talk.
But yeah. So game 3 they came out hot. I texted both you guys. I think in the Instagram group chat. I said, after that whole fight in the locker room after, I was like, either we're gonna get blown out or we're gonna come out like crazy and shit on the Heat. I didn't see it being a close game, and of course, for the majority of the game, we were blowing them out until late. We let them get down to a 5-point lead.
You mean we almost blew a fourth quarter lead?
Yeah, but we wound up winning by 11, I believe. But Celtics have led for 112 out of 149 minutes in this series, and they're still down 2-1.
That is a tough fucking stat. That is
hate
real
to see it.
Wow.
That cannot be a real stat.
That's absolutely insane.
What is your sources on that? Because that's
on ESPN with Scott Van Pelt.
Oh,
after game 3. Yeah, it's a tough stat. It's a tough stat to look at.
It's really bad.
That is, yeah.
'Cause judging by how well we've played prior to fourth quarters, we should be up 3-0 right now.
So they've the Heat have only led in a game for 37 minutes out of the games
that second half. That's all they do. We suck after halftime.
37 minutes.
Is that Brad Stevens' fault? Is he not pepping the team up? Like, is he back there after halftime like, all right, guys, you guys are killing it. Just keep doing the same thing?
No.
Because we never make adjustments. Even I get if you're winning, you don't make adjustments.
Oh, no.
But you should anticipate.
Well, I'm not sure if this is Brad Stevens making adjustments, but the Celtics make adjustments. Not the right ones.
Yeah.
Passing the ball around, moving around, running plays and shit.
Jason Tatum trying to be
works.
Kobe.
That shit works. and then late game, they start going on one-on-one against like a zone and shit. Trying to. Tatum is the easiest player to defend when there's like 5 seconds left on the clock. He's taking a step back 3 from like 30 feet out every single time. It's he doesn't try to drive. He sits there, dribbles a couple times, and when there's like 2 seconds left,
To be fair,
he
he
steps
did
back
try to drive, and then I saw the nastiest block I think I've ever seen in my life.
That was. No, there's still some time left on the clock. I mean, like a buzzer, like end of quarter kind of shot. Yeah.
And he takes him all the fucking time.
Yeah.
He does not pass it. Kemba gives it to him,
Yep.
and he fucking does something. Like, he always tries to do something. And the problem with, like, the late game ones, too, is that there'll still be, like, 15 seconds on the play clock when he first gets the ball.
Oh, yeah,
and he'll shoot it with, like, 12.
Late game when we have a lead, we're terrible clock managers. We'll shoot with, like, 5 seconds into the shot clock. Like, in game 3, Marcus Smart, we were up, I think we were up 5 points. And Marcus Smart, like, 8 seconds into the shot clock, goes up for a layup, like, contested one. Luckily, he got fouled, so we went to the free throw line, and we were okay. But that could have easily swayed things.
They do it way too much. Kemba needs to.
Kemba's been playing well this series. He has.
Late. I think he's one of the only good ones late, because he starts slow pretty often.
I don't know. Well, the Heat were also keying in on him early in both game 1s and 2. And also the Raptors. The Raptors, the last few games, they were playing a box and 1 on him, so he wasn't able to get up shots. But I mean, he was not making the shots that he was taking anyways in that series.
NBA knowledge is wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kemba's been playing pretty well this series. One thing I would like to mention, from an unbiased standpoint, Bam Adebayo's block in game 1 was absolutely insane.
Yeah, it was one of the best blocks I've ever seen.
Fuck him for doing it, because I'm
the
a
fact
Celtics
that his
fan,
wrist didn't fucking disintegrate like into broken bone. I don't he literally had to bend his wrist all the way back and fight Kemba's fucking Tatum's momentum into the dunk.
Yeah, Kemba's not going up.
That's
for a dunk
correct.
on
Kemba's hitting a step back.
Yeah.
Kemba would have made it, to be honest.
Come on.
Yeah.
Kemba's game-winning step backs.
Yeah. But yeah, so Heat are up 2-1. Game 4 is tomorrow. They had a bit of a break, probably to let the other series catch up, and also so they wouldn't have to contend with NFL ratings.
We really suck at this. Tomorrow, as in
Wednesday,
9
September 23rd.
20.
Today is September 22nd. If we hadn't already said
that's
it,
why I'm saying we
hadn't.
suck at this, because we should have.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't do the
That
intro.
is the day. That is the day of. That is the day of the recording. Is September 22nd.
Yes.
I mean, it'll be the day that this episode is released, anyways. So it's just recording the day that it's released.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know.
That was a deep dive for no reason.
If you really want to figure it out, I mean, Game 4, it has a date on it in the ESPN app.
That is
so
also true.
you can find out that way.
Yeah.
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 So anyway,
That's
on to the Western Conference Finals. Nuggets did not do so well in Game 1. Lakers dominated pretty much the entire game. AD with a monster game once again. Game 2, I was here at Josh's house for Game 2, where we watched the last few minutes during halftime of the Patriots game. And Nuggets were down 16 points at one point, I think in the fourth, either late third or early fourth. And they came back, and they had a 1-point lead with like 2.6 seconds or something. And they had an inbound underneath the basket after Murray blocked a shot and went out of bounds. And the Nuggets brought in Mason Plumlee to guard Anthony Davis. They made the substitution. And Josh, he was saying, not a good track record bringing in tall people, as a reference to Taco Fall.
Instantly gave me flashbacks to Taco Fall being put in for no reason.
Put in on that terrible Game 3 of the Celtics Raptors that we won't talk about any further.
Yep.
But anyway, so they inbound the basketball. Mason Plumlee completely loses Anthony Davis. I think he tried to get a switch.
He tried to set a pick on LeBron, to be honest. He really walked up to LeBron and was laying against his shoulder.
Yeah, I think he tried to switch. He kind of gave the hand motion, but
the ball was already bounced.
It's an inbound. You gotta follow. You can't just give up on your guy.
Especially when you only have how much seconds were left?
2.5. So Anthony Davis was caught it wide open, and buzzer beater 3 for the win. So Lakers
Saved
are up.
LeBron again.
Lakers are yeah. LeBron's getting a lot of assists. I'll give him that. But
he is not looking good in the fourth quarters.
Last night he scored 2 points, had a couple turnovers.
And didn't the night before he didn't do too well either? Or the last series, I think the last game.
Yeah, there was one game last series where he went scoreless in a fourth quarter.
Yeah. Him and Kawhi did it 2 nights in a row, I believe.
Yeah. Kawhi did it in Game 7 against the Nuggets, too.
Oh, damn.
Hate to see it.
That was an MVP.
Game 3 is tonight in 15 minutes.
So the game will be over by the time you guys are listening to this. So, congratulations to the Los Angeles Lakers for being up 3-0.
I don't think so. I think Nuggets are going to win tonight. Lakers are going to win the next game. They're going to be down 3-1 again. I don't think they're going to come back. I don't think they're going to come back from it this time, but I think
that would be absolutely
it goes
insane.
to 6. I think it goes to 6 or 7, but I think Lakers are taking it.
We should record another one of me saying congratulations to the Nuggets and just throw it in there whatever happens. Now we're going to keep me looking like a fool?
Yeah,
right.
now we're out on that.
All right, cool. So, good
you,
job, Lakers.
You either sound like a genius.
LeBron did tear
Charles Barkley guarantee.
LeBron did tear his ACL in the second quarter, which was a travesty.
Come on.
But AD put up 106 points.
Game
and
hasn't happened yet. He's just spitting bullshit at you. So, couple new things in the news other than the games. Giannis won his second straight MVP, 29.5 points per game on 55% shooting, 30% from three-point range, 13.6 rebounds per game, 5.6 assists a game, and then 1 steal and 1 block per game throughout the 63-game season.
My biggest comment on this would be, did you see the way he handled it versus how LeBron handled losing?
Yeah.
He said, don't call me an MVP until I have a championship.
Yeah.
And he's won 2 now.
Yep.
And LeBron was like, that's fucking bullshit. I got 11 votes. Are you serious?
He got 16 out of 101.
He was bitching
about
it. And the 16 is the fucking media people that get to vote, not the NBA refs.
Yeah,
because Stephen A gets to vote
for LeBron.
Kellerman gets to vote, which is quite unfortunate.
Travesty.
Yeah.
That's just
travesty. Chris Collinsworth on the Sunday Night Football game said that he's allowed to vote for, or was allowed to vote for MVP. And 2 years ago, he showed up late with his ballot, so they kicked him off the committee.
That's tough.
He said he was going to vote for Russell Wilson last year.
I did say that.
So Russell Wilson would have 1 vote.
That would have been the one.
So yeah, LeBron fucking bitching about it. Giannis deserved it.
Yeah, Giannis deserved it, absolutely. Because Giannis led in majority of the stats compared to LeBron and less minutes per game than LeBron. LeBron also has a top 3 player on his team that's leading in points and rebounds per game. So it's
it's tough to make your case as the most valuable player and
it's-
not be the best
yeah, when it's
player
hard
on
to
your
make-
team.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
tough.
The
And
fact that an
I
argument
think-
could be made
I
about
think
it.
I said it last week, and I'll say it again, that LeBron is the most impressive player at his age, but most impressive player isn't the award that they're giving out.
Age isn't a factor in
It's
MVP.
the most valuable player on the team. That is the award. If they made a most impressive player, go ahead, give it to LeBron. He is outstanding for how old he is, and he has played for a very long time. But
That's
that's not the fucking award.
Yeah.
So stop fucking bitching, do better,
Yeah.
and stop letting AD make him look like the fucking MVP candidate.
Yeah. So one more thing.
Fucking hate LeBron.
In the NBA,
Good tell.
it was announced today. The Bulls hired Billy Donovan as their head coach. As we talked about, I think 2 episodes ago, Billy Donovan and the Thunder decided not to pursue contract extensions and go into free agency. So Bulls got a new coach for next season, and see how that goes.
From one postseason to another, the MLB had some postseason clinches this week. Luke, go ahead and tell them the teams.
Okie dokie. So, for postseason clinches, I mean, in the next week or so, as the season really dies down, I mean, the playoff spots are kind of solidified at this point. AL and NL, there's 1 or 2 teams that are kind of battling for it, but with the weird playoff format where it's 16 teams.
Yeah.
The last 2 wild card spots are all but solidified. Team would really have to just absolutely go off. The Blue Jays would have to fall off the face of the earth for them to not.
Yeah.
But at this point, as of September 22nd, the Dodgers were the first team to clinch a playoff spot. The White Sox clinched a playoff spot for the first time in 12 years. Wild. Rays clinched a playoff spot as well. Twins clinched for the 3rd time in the last 4 years. The Padres clinched.
Woo!
The Athletics
Love the Slam
clinched-
Diego Padres. Favorite team in baseball right
The
now.
Athletics clinched the AL West, the first team to clinch a division so far. Finally, not the Astros
Bro,
winning that division.
the Athletics and the Padres made the postseason.
Athletics are nasty.
When
this
I
year.
was a kid, I
It's-
remember
it's
them
tough-
both
it's
being
tough.
the
Matt
worst team
Chapman
of all time.
is
A's
out
are in
for
the
the rest of the
postseason.
year, which is
No,
tough.
I know the A's have
Couple times,
recently, but
recently.
when we were kids,
Yeah.
the Padres and the Athletics were
Garbage.
whenever we did random on fucking MLB
Yeah.
the show, and
Yeah.
you got the Padres or the Athletics, you were just gonna quit the game in the third.
Yeah,
inning. There was no reason
Athletics
to
are
even
definitely
play.
a good team this year. They're Matt Chapman's out, or it was a few weeks ago now that can't even tell you what surgery he had. It was some
Except-
shoulder surgery. He was out for the rest of the season.
Except for when the Athletics had Coco Crisp,
Yeah.
because he was hitting a couple 2-tree out. My bad. Go
Yeah.
ahead, Luke.
And then the Yankees also
Sadly.
clinched a playoff berth.
How did the Yankees clinch a playoff berth with half of their team in the hospital?
I mean,
don't
they did. We beat them. The Red Sox won. I want to say it was yesterday, but the Yankees had won 9 straight before
It was
that.
10.
10 straight before that. So
Luke Voigt picks up whenever he has
yeah,
to.
he's
he
like
was kind of
he's
slow.
in the MVP conversation
Yeah.
right now. It's just actually kind of
that's
crazy.
crazy.
He does show up when they need him most.
He's been absolutely insane. I'm not enjoying any second of it. How great he's been.
Yeah.
But you just have to acknowledge the fact that he's been one of the better hitters in the AL at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
So one more thing, Verlander announced that he's getting Tommy John surgery, so I think he's out for all of next season.
Yeah,
as
he's
well.
technically. I'm pretty sure his contract is over before he's supposed to come back, so he'll be a free agent and coming back from Tommy John surgery
That's tough.
in
Damn.
2022. But he said that he's fully geared up for it. He's 100% committed to playing in 2022. And if you're a team, you're no. There's
Yeah.
not going to be a
Yeah.
team that's nah. I'm just not going to sign Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and he
Right.
probably
Justin
wants to get
Verlander.
as far away as possible from that team.
Yeah.
I don't.
After-
I would be surprised if he went back to Houston.
Not
but
that the cheating scandal really affected him much because he was a pitcher. So if anything, it might have made him a
Yeah.
little angry that they were doing it. But I'm
Yeah.
sure he wants to.
Also, I don't know.
Get out of the
as far as
asterisks
what
of
the
having a
state
championship.
the Astros will be in 2022. I have no idea
Yeah, they'll be fine.
because they have a decent amount of free agents in the next year or two. Spranger's
Yeah.
a free agent at the end of this year, and then I think I'm pretty sure Altuve's there. I mean, Altuve's been buns this season, but Altuve's been there he should be there for the next few years, and then
Yeah.
their pitching they kind of have continued to lose people. So especially
that's-
now losing Verlander, so that kind of.
That's about the most baseball talk I think.
Yeah,
we have.
by the next week podcast should all the playoff spots should be solidified at that point.
Yeah, there's only
some of the, yeah.
7-8 games left.
Yeah,
for
so
teams.
should be able to talk about like playoff predictions at that point.
So a sport that we don't talk about much to another sport that
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
promised
Let's
last
give
week.
this 30-second segment of the
Yeah.
NHL right
we
now.
promised that we were going to pay attention to it. I started a job and have not paid attention.
I
Noah?
have not.
I have been doing homework for school. Haven't really paid attention.
I
Yeah,
thought you were going to
school-
make me
school
proud and say
started.
homework for the show. I was going to be like, you actually
no.
watch?
No, absolutely no.
Damn, I really
But,
do like hockey. Like, it's
No,
not
it's
against
fun
hockey.
watching, but when it's not the Bruins, I don't.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm not gonna.
So they made it. They made it to the Stanley Cup Finals. First league to reach that point in the season. We're 2 games in now, and it's even 1-1. Stars came out in game 1 on fire. They won 4-1. And one dude on the Lightning got a 10-minute penalty in like the third period, I think, because he shot the puck into the opposing team's bench.
Yo, on
that's
purpose?
crazy.
Yeah, it wasn't like a slap shot, but like he just flung it at the
Dude.
bench. So you got the
Damn,
first
I
10
should have done
minutes
my
of the
homework
third
on hockey
period.
this week.
Was
I
it a
would've-
power
would've had
play
a
for
good
10
laugh.
minutes, or was he just out of the game for 10?
I'm not. I think he was just out of the game.
I was
for
gonna say a
10.
power play for 10 minutes is kind of.
I think if he gets
that's
put in
kinda
the penalty
crazy.
box, it has.
I don't. I mean, I've never heard of a 10-minute
no, me
penalty
neither.
against
No,
a player.
it's
but
kind of like when players get into a fight, like they have to sit out for 5 minutes, but it's
Yeah.
not like a power play or anything.
Okay.
oh, okay, that makes more sense.
And then in game 2, the Lightning came back. They won 3-2, so we got the series tied up.
There's someone listening that watches hockey.
Yeah,
that
that
is
is
just
just
so
like- yeah,
fucking annoyed
yeah,
with us.
fucking
right now.
Like, are you
cringing.
fucking kidding me? You're a sports show, but
What
you're gonna
the
talk about
fuck
hockey
are you
for
even
2 minutes.
saying right now that is
No
entirely
analysis.
wrong.
No analysis.
Yeah, no,
nothing.
there's
I
no-
apologize. Listen, I'm trying my best here.
Yeah.
Trying my best.
Give us a fucking break.
Proud of you for knowing the scores and like having.
Yeah, I
it.
didn't
like,
even write anything.
knowing
yeah, I
that.
at least did that bit of research. You know, I figured.
Takes 2 seconds. I was not bothered to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was not. I was like, it's on Noah. I
I
was
mean, like throughout
was-
the week, if I get notifications for stuff, I'll just like quickly add it into the notes.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
We should start doing that.
I have
Well, if he's
NHL
already doing it-
notifications on.
Yeah, if he's
I
already
just-
doing it, then
I just
why?
don't pay attention to them.
Well, I mean, if I'm like,
I got a
doing
lot of them.
something, yeah.
It was a tough week for the NFL this week, guys. It
Real
was
tough.
quite a
Yeah.
disgusting.
It is like
time to be an
ACLs
NFL
were
fan.
just fucking tearing left and
I
right.
Yeah.
watch it. I swear to God, I was genuinely concerned that the 49ers cart would run out of gas, and if they had gas,
Bro,
because I would.
49ers were hit hard with
I was
injuries.
really like, I wonder if they have a fucking gas, like an extra gas with them, just in
I mean,
case.
probably they
I'm
have to
sure.
have it
I'm
somewhere.
sure. Yeah.
They don't just.
They probably have 2
I mean,
carts.
They probably have
They
like
probably.
multiple
Yeah.
carts.
They
Yeah.
probably got. Yeah.
They probably have 2
I
carts
can't.
per
I can't
team.
imagine.
But
that would.
I
be a
was
problem.
like, holy shit. It was like one after, dude. Nick Bosa went down, and then like the next play, his replacement that
Yeah.
just came in went down. What the fuck? How does
Yeah,
that even
it was-
happen?
Okay.
And they both had the same injury. It was both an ACL tear.
Yeah.
Luke, you went and found every single season-ending injury so far.
Yeah.
Not all of these happened in week 2.
Yep.
But go ahead and read the list,
Yes.
and the ones that did happen in week 2, you can.
Yeah,
mention
all,
it, they
yeah,
did.
all. I mean, some of these we touched on like last week if they happened right before the season, but there is just an insane amount of names on this list, and it's just, like the amount of injuries that happened week 2 alone is just insane. So I'll go just over week 2, like injuries that just happened this week. So Saquon Barkley out for the rest of the year, tore his ACL. Nick Bosa also tore his ACL this week, so he's out for the rest of the season. Cortland Sutton also tore his ACL this week, and he's out for the rest of the season. Anthony Barr tore his pectoral. He's out for the rest of the season. Bruce Irvin also tore his ACL, is out.
It was
for
a
the rest of
bad
the
week
season.
for ACLs.
Yeah.
Malik Hooker tore his Achilles. He's out for the rest of the season. Tavion Young tore his ACL, is out for the rest of the season. CJ Uzoma, he's a tight end on the Bengals. He tore his Achilles, out for the rest of the season. Marlon Mack, what's it called? That was
I think that
week
was
1.
last week.
Yeah, week,
Yeah, week
1
one.
tore his Achilles out for the rest of the season. I don't know why I wrote week 2 because
I
I'm
think
dumb.
that was me.
Oh, well,
My bad.
I thought whatever. What's it called? Another week 2, and then Solomon Thomas also tore his ACL.
Before we get into the other injuries, I feel like could have been more efficient with listing it off. I feel like we could have said ACL season-ending season-ending injuries and then just listed the players, and then
Would have been smarter to do that. Yeah.
you also didn't have to say out for the season after every player,
After
since we
every-
already said these
Also
are the
a fact.
season-ending injuries.
These are all facts.
I just wanted to point that
On
out.
the spot criticism.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
That's how it is over here.
Do you want to
Yeah.
do the fucking rest of the injuries then?
I will.
And when you're done, we'll fucking tell you how much of a piece of shit you are.
Yeah.
All
Why
right.
not?
Make sure your mic's on your mouth when you tell this.
All right. So, a lot of other big names on here. Paris Campbell, wide receiver from the Colts. Jimmy G. Drew Lock, Christian McCaffrey, Brashad Perriman, Jerry Jeudy, Sterling Shepard, Raheem Mostert, and Devontae Adams. All with other injuries. Timetables, some unknown.
Well, it's
some are a
good
few
to
weeks,
it's good
some
to
are
point out that
questionable.
Jerry Jeudy did play the rest of the game. I think he was taken out for like 3 or 4. He's still questionable because he didn't get any X-rays done yet,
Yeah.
but he did come back for the game. And
Got absolutely rocked. by
we are
Devin
going
Bush.
to talk about that game because Luke is gonna, even though they won, he's still gonna take it on the shins here today because it was pretty embarrassing win.
I was not very happy watching it. I'm okay
Raheem,
with the outcome, but
Raheem Mostert being out is a huge deal. And then Telvin Coleman also got hurt.
Yeah. So they still have Jerick McKinnon. So I think that's probably a big fantasy target.
Yeah,
I
they're
think
probably
he's already picked up in
wishing
our
they
league.
picked up Matt Breida at the end of the year. Probably miss
Yeah,
him quite a bit.
I mean at this point probably.
Yeah,
They have luckily a pretty easy schedule coming up.
Yeah, they play the Giants next
They
week.
play the
so-
Giants, and then I want to say I'm not going to say it until I look this up completely. But I'm pretty sure they're like not good teams.
Yeah.
Eagles, I believe, and then I think they play Miami. Yeah, they play the Giants, Eagles, and Miami,
Jesus. Imagine.
and then I think they play the Patriots in 2 weeks after that.
Nice. Must be nice to play 4 straight four straight garbage teams.
We
Jets,
did play
Giants,
the
Eagles, and
Bills,
Miami.
Jets in Miami for, the entire 2000s decade. So I'm going to go ahead and sit that one out.
Listen, we're talking about 2020.
We are talking about 2020.
So, listen,
And
it's a new era in New England.
while we're talking
no.
about that,
No.
I want to say Cam Newton has already, I think, found his list on, like, one of the best quarterbacks in New England.
Yep.
I think 3, Julian Edelman, 2, Cam Newton, and 1, of course, Drew Bledsoe. And then I think...
What? Come on.
What's wrong with my list?
Come on.
What's wrong with my list?
Edelman is obviously number 1. Come on now.
All right, then I'll put Mohamed Sanu at 3.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah. So we had an exciting Thursday night game.
The game gave me hope for this Thursday, and this Thursday
Yeah.
night is going to suck.
Bengals and Browns, going into it, didn't expect much. 2 bottom of the barrel teams over the last few years. But, 35-30 was the final score. 65 total points. I don't think anybody saw that coming. Burrow had a hell of a game despite the loss. Threw 61 passes, which, by the way, fun fact, more passes than Jimmy Garoppolo threw in the entire postseason run of last year. He
Yeah.
threw 58 passes, which is
Carried.
insane. But he had 316 yards and 3 touchdowns. Baker Mayfield also looked pretty good. He had the 1 interception, but other than that, 16 for 23, 219 yards and 2 touchdowns.
It's about goddamn time Baker Mayfield looks like a fucking first-round pick.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
how
that
fucking
throw to
long has it
Odell
been?
was just
Yeah,
that
I
was
was-
something else.
It was a team I don't care about with a quarterback I don't even like, and I was like, I cheered for a second. I was like, that was fucking incredible.
Was wild.
Browns also had a pretty good 1-2 punch with their running backs. Nick Chubb, 22 attempts, 124 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then Kareem Hunt, 10 attempts, 86 yards and a touchdown. So pretty good with their 2 backs. I'm not sure who they played this week. But they looked solid in this game. Baker Mayfield's looking good. Odell Beckham, he got a touchdown early in the season, which he didn't do last year at all. I think he only had 3 touchdowns all season
His
last year.
first one was taken back for holding, which was hilarious last year.
Browns are facing the Washington football team next week.
Oh,
or
that's
week
tough.
3.
Automatic L for the Browns. Yeah, Joe Burrow becomes the first rookie since 1950 with 60-plus pass attempts and 0 interceptions in a game. And Odell, back on the Odell talk, fewer than 100 receiving yards in 12 consecutive games. 4 receptions on 6 targets for 74 yards. however, has 3 receiving touchdowns in his last 4 games. Had 2 in his first 14 with Cleveland. So touchdowns, that's going up for Odell, but yardage is kind of staying pretty low.
I don't think he gives a shit about that as long as he's getting touchdowns.
Yeah, I would agree.
Because he was getting the yardage in New York, and he was still crying on the fucking sidelines because he wasn't getting touchdowns.
I mean, he probably
Yeah.
just wants to win. I think that's probably
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
he's
just the Browns not
competitive.
going 6-10. Can't imagine
Yeah.
he was very happy about that.
Yeah, pretty tough.
I think he's gonna fit in with the Browns still. Like they said that they weren't gonna trade him. They said those rumors were bullshit. He just makes sense there. You know, like the mascot's a dog, and they both like to smell shit. It's real. It's a real good place for him. We're gonna move on to the Week 3 predictions, and we'll talk about the other games
As
when
we
they
go
come
on,
up.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So last week's Thursday was fantastic, as we just went over, and it gave me hope not to shit on Thursday night games. And if this Thursday night game is good at all, then I believe every
Strong doubt.
single, I believe
Strong
every
doubt
single
on that
prime
one.
time game will be good. Am I going to get disappointed?
Probably.
Most likely. So we have the Dolphins versus the Jags.
I mean, can you
It's
have
tough to hear.
can
It's
you
tough to
have
hear.
like I don't even know how to describe it.
At
Just
least
what
with
a
last
matchup.
week's, you had the first round pick and Joe Burrow.
Yeah,
to
there's something
kinda
exciting.
get excited about. This one,
Are you not excited about Gardner Minshew? Oh
This
my
is
God! No,
Ryan
you know what? I
Fitzpatrick.
am excited about this game because they had a Twitter beef today about the beard versus the mustache, and they were going.
I did see that.
This game is going to be fucking electric.
Watch it be like
Beard versus
3-0 final
Yeah.
score.
That would be tough.
That would be tough.
So who the fuck are you guys going with?
I'm gonna go with the Jags.
I want my. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
also going the Jags, but because I want to say his last name's Robinson, that random running back that has just been ridiculous for them so far this year. He had over 100 rushing yards the last game,
Oh.
like the guy that took over for Fournette, and
Nice.
has actually like been a
Yeah.
good running back.
Yeah. He's tall. He's like a taller running back instead of like a
Could
bigger
not
running
tell you
back.
his height. I just know.
I just
he's
noticed
done
that he's
really
like a
good.
very like I don't know. He's just taller than most running backs. It
But
seems like
yeah.
because he has like a wide receiver length. It's really
Mhm.
weird.
Yeah, no. I just have to. I don't think the Jags are gonna like destroy the Dolphins. I think it's going to be
No,
a
like,
low scoring game.
If it's 3-0, I'm gonna be quite sad.
It's like
Would be
a
hilarious.
17-14 type game. Like,
Yeah, I could see that.
And then the third week for Sundays, we're starting off at 1 p.m. with the 49ers and Giants. And
Supposedly, Garoppolo and Kittle might not opt to play because it's on MetLife. They don't want to play on the turf.
That's fucking ridiculous.
That
I
would-
get it. Listen, MetLife has been talked about for years as being very shitty kind of turf, but they pass all the things, and again, I feel like it's unfortunate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Jimmy Garoppolo's injury, he was great. He was hit low.
Yeah.
Like I don't
He
really
was
like
hit late.
he slid a little bit, but I don't think that's really much to do with the turf. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Kittle got hurt in a different game, so what the fuck is he bitching about?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No other team bitches like this because they fucking lost. I get it. It's unfortunate as fuck, and there should be a blame somewhere. Should MetLife be better? Probably. But, like, every fucking football field has this problem.
Yeah.
Also, at the end of the year, every single game matters. So if you're just like, oh yeah, let's just sit our starting quarterback and our starting tight end. Let's say
Well,
they
okay,
lose.
well,
Let's say they
well,
lose.
Garoppolo's
the
kind of
NFC
hurt
West.
anyway.
Yeah, let's say they
Garoppolo's
lose to
kinda
the
hurt anyway.
Giants. Well, yes, there's still like injury concerns and stuff like that. So like, if that is the reason and it has nothing to do with the field, if like Garoppolo doesn't know if he's 100% ready to go, I understand that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the year, if you end up a game or two like behind in the division, this game, like let's say they somehow lose to the Giants because Nick Mullins is their starting quarterback,
Yeah.
and then they lose that game. That game you start 1-2.
Yeah.
Like that-
Yeah,
that's
when
a
you
that's
have-
a big
last
game.
in your division.
when you have Seattle and Arizona in your
And the
division.
Rams, who are
And the
randomly
Rams are
Yeah,
also
like
2-0 right
very
now.
good.
for some like that division, like you can't just be like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
because
It
of
makes
the
sense.
field.
Very early where I think you might be able to, but again, every game does count.
Every-
It is
every game
only
matters.
a
Yeah.
16
Yeah.
game season, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, does
Yeah.
count.
I'm gonna go with the Niners.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
also.
I mean, I'm the
Giants are just always a disappointment.
yeah, and now they don't have Barkley.
Let's
so
talk
now
about
it's-
it.
Now it's
Yeah.
even.
Let's talk about Devontae Freeman. Is he going to make a difference at all? I mean, the line.
I mean, probably
Maybe
not
a
this week.
little bit, but not enough to elevate the Giants to any sort of.
Yeah. I mean,
Big-
Barkley
good
wasn't
pickup
setting
by
the
the
world on.
Giants.
He wasn't setting the world on fire. I mean, granted, like their offensive line, like just the Giants are an inept offense, so it
Yeah.
kind of makes sense that Barkley wasn't setting the world on fire, but like he
Yeah.
wasn't like going out there and being ridiculous. So to say that Devontae Freeman would probably do something similar to that, it's not completely out of the way.
So are we all going Niners on that?
Yeah, just because of how inept the Giants are.
And then another yawn game. We got a Washington football team versus the Browns. I'm going the Browns.
Yeah, me too.
Baker Mayfield looked fucking great last week. Again, Cincinnati defense, whatever. But he fucking threw. Like,
Yeah.
like farther, better, more accurate than he's ever done, farther than he's ever done. He showed, holy shit, I can be, like, an actual reliable first-round pick.
Yeah.
No, I'm going Browns too, more because of Nick Chubb. I think he's gonna absolutely just.
And Kareem Hunt had 2
Well,
touchdowns.
yeah, that is.
Right,
Yeah,
Kareem
that
Hunt
is.
had 1. Chubb had 2, Kareem had 1, but Kareem also had 86 yards on just 10 carries.
Yeah, yeah. They both were just running all over the Bengals, and I would be surprised if that didn't happen.
Josh, the stats are in the
same.
notes, which I
Yeah.
read. Where is he at?
Right there, running backs.
We're fact
2
checking.
total touchdowns, which means he had a receiving touchdown. I was talking about rushing.
So Kareem
touchdown.
Hunt scored 2 touchdowns, like I said.
Yep.
Well, we were talking about rushing specifically.
If I said rushing,
Either
then I
way.
didn't
Well,
mean
they
it.
both-
I don't know if I
Either way.
Was,
Either way, they both
reading
did.
from the notes.
They both did very good.
No, it got so fucking offensive. It's
They
in the
bo-
fucking notes, all right? Then put it in the fucking notes then.
Okay, they
I,
both.
mean, I wasn't that aggressive.
Chubb and Hunt were very good. Browns over Washington football team.
So
The
yeah,
next,
so Browns, everybody.
yes.
Absolutely.
Next
Right.
game, Bengals Eagles. What a game! What are our thoughts on this?
Bengals.
Eagles have been
Really?
Eagles have been so disappointing this year.
I picked
Wentz
the
has been
Bengals
bad.
last week and they shat on
Yeah,
me.
Wentz like stat wise has not.
Not even just like because his line is bad. I think he has the highest like off-target throws in a clean pocket throughout the NFL.
Are they gonna fucking use Jalen Hurts at all? Like they said that they might use him as like a Taysom Hill type thing,
Yeah.
and they've yet to. I haven't even seen him on the sideline. Like I don't think the cameras looked at him
Yeah,
once.
I don't know.
Just
He's
Eagles are,
very athletic.
Eagles are bad. I'm going
They
Bengals.
could definitely use something. Yeah, you know what?
I think
guess
Burrow's
for
gonna
the
have a
second
good
week in a
game
row.
again.
The Bengals fucking fail me again. I'm never picking them for the rest of the goddamn season.
yeah, I'll go bold too. I'll pick the Bengals too. Might as well just ride the Bengals
Both
wagon.
that
They
way,
gotta
you know?
they gotta win eventually. I mean,
Yeah.
might as well like beat the Eagles that have been like they just have played absolutely awful. Both like destroyed by the freaking Washington football team week 1 and then just got absolutely obliterated by the Rams last week.
Losing to the Washington football team is something that you do not want.
Yeah,
on
give
your
us
record.
eight
Especially when
sacks.
you're up 17-0
Yeah,
to start
yeah.
the game.
Yeah, blowing the lead
27 straight
Yeah.
points.
is tough. And then the Rams just absolutely dismantled them.
Yeah.
And then the next game we have a team that played last night very impressively beat the New Orleans Saints. I don't think did anybody pick them last week?
No, I think they
No.
all picked the Saints last week.
Wow.
I'm like
I might have
I'm
picked
kind of liking the Raiders this year.
I
was
am
very-
liking the
I
Raiders.
was
They're kinda-
very happy last night because in fantasy I was only up by a little bit. I had Darren Waller, and I think it was either Eric or Alex. I don't remember. He had Drew Brees. He also had the Saints defense and Will Lutz.
Drew Brees
So I was like-
disappointed.
I'm out. There's no way
Yeah.
that I.
There was too much.
Yeah. Darren Waller went
off.
fucking
Yeah.
He
off.
did go off.
12 receptions, over 100 yards and a touchdown. Breeze had a mediocre game. Saw a lot of memes on him, like, Breeze when
Yeah.
you can't throw five,
Yeah.
5-yard slants to Michael Thomas.
That's tough.
That's tough.
The Raiders
are looking good.
very impressive. They play the New England Patriots this week.
Raiders.
I'm going Patriots.
Wow,
Raiders.
that was very aggressive. I'm
I'm going Patriots because I liked how our offense looked. It's going to be tough stopping Darren Waller, but I think
And Josh Jacobs.
they said the week before the Seattle game that Stephon Gilmore had come up in trade talks earlier in the season. If he has another fucking game like he did against DK Metcalf,
he got shit on.
Yeah.
he got embarrassed that game. I mean, there
Yeah.
was like DK Metcalf really made him his bitch. That was some
Yeah.
of the they should have switched something. Even though I know DK Metcalf is a different breed of human, he's fucking
His
he's
athleticism
ginormous.
is just insane.
He's fast. He's strong as fuck. He's large. It's tough.
You're the defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
Let's fucking do something. All right, can't have another game like that. Although Cam Newton looked fucking impressive.
Yeah.
The basically the same wide receivers Brady had last year, plus Bird minus Sanu.
Yeah.
And
We also
he
didn't have James White.
he shared the ball around. Oh yeah,
Rest in
let's
peace
do
to
that.
James White's father. Hopefully his mother's doing okay. I think she's still in critical condition. So he didn't play last night.
Yeah, they had it was a car accident.
Yeah.
So yeah,
yeah. Hopefully his mother recovers, and thoughts to the family.
I saw McCourty's celebration was pretty good.
Yeah.
He threw up the 2-8.
Yeah.
So without McCourty, without James White, the Patriots did pretty well. We didn't run as much as I thought we were going to. They decided to let Cam throw the ball a little bit, and he is not afraid to throw it deep.
He threw for over 400 yards.
Edelman had his career high.
397.
397?
Basically 400.
Oh,
yeah.
Edelman had his career high reception yards, and it's kind of unsettling to me that wasn't with Tom Brady,
Yeah.
but instead with Julian Edelman. But on top of that, Julian Edelman on top of that, Cam Newton. I said Julian Edelman had the most receiving yards.
Yeah.
With Julian Edelman passing.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Cam Newton. Cam Newton shared the ball very well. Another criticism I had with Brady is that if he didn't trust the wide receiver, he wasn't going to throw it to him. And Cam Newton kind of was spreading the ball around, which is nice. And I also don't think we win that game with Brady. With the way Jamal Adams was coming at the quarterback, there's no way we have those rushing yards.
Jamal Adams in the second half was something else.
We do not.
Every single play, I was aware of what he was doing.
We could not move the ball at all last year, and I think we scored in under a minute on one of our comeback drives, and I couldn't fucking believe it.
I mean, Cam Newton adds a whole new dynamic to our offense.
He had a great game.
He didn't throw for over 400 yards. He threw 397, but he had 444 total yards.
Yeah. I'm
between passing
afraid.
and rushing.
Yeah, he had 47 rushing yards.
His first passing touchdown and another 2 rushing touchdown game.
I'm afraid Josh McDaniels is going to hurt this team more than help. The offensive coordinator.
The play calling is atrocious on third downs.
He is great at making trick plays. Let's get that out the way.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have to anymore. With Brady last year with our offense, we only fucking moved the ball on trick plays.
Yeah.
I think most of our touchdowns were fucking Edelman passes or it was ridiculous. So I think he's good at making trick plays. We can't do that every time. We have a different style offense, and I don't know if he's perfect for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The last play was we ran the play 4 times in a different variation of that play once, all within the 5-yard line.
Yeah, I don't understand why you don't at least have an option of passing the ball, because Seattle, they're expecting Cam to run, and if you don't send anybody out, everybody's keying in on Cam.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't even have anybody for Cam to pitch it to for an option. Everybody keys in on Cam because he's the only one that can do anything.
Yeah. Terrible play call. I'm not upset about the loss, though.
No, Russell Wilson was absolutely insane.
Oh, yeah, Wilson played like crazy.
I mean,
threw for 5 touchdowns to 5 different
Seattle's
receivers.
Obviously been a powerhouse in the NFC for a while. I did not expect the Patriots to win it all.
I didn't expect them to
have
get
a chance
30.
to win.
Yeah.
Or
30. Yes, putting up 30 that's just.
Yeah,
you'll like to. I mean, giving up 35. Yes, it's like Russell Wilson is on another level right now, and you just can't.
The defense was getting to him, but Russell Wilson is so good at last second just dropping it wherever he wants for 45 yards.
He's been all perfectly placed.
And they were all with a hand in his fucking throat.
Yeah. 9 touchdowns in the first 2 weeks.
11 incompletions, I think. I think the
he
stat
had
was the other
7 this past game. I don't know about.
Yeah, he's had 11.
I know he started
That's fucking
12
insane.
for 12 week 1. I know that. I don't know what his final line was, but
he's proven to everybody, listen.
Give me a fucking
MVP vote, right?
Jeez, I don't even want to win MVP. Just fucking vote me in. God damn it.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Wow.
That was aggressive.
That was very aggressive.
Rip headphone users.
Yeah, that's
no, I put my mic away. I hope. Maybe.
It was probably still pretty
probably
loud.
registered on every single
Maybe
one of our
rip
mics.
headphone users.
Yeah. But yeah, it's crazy how he's been, one of the top quarterbacks in the league, has never gotten a single MVP vote.
Yeah,
That's
that is
absolutely wild.
Maybe Chris Collinsworth shouldn't have been banned from the committee.
Maybe probably shouldn't have been late if we're being real.
Oh well.
So I'm going Patriots.
Yeah,
I'm going Raiders.
I think it's gonna be another good game for sure.
Luke's a hater.
I mean,
Not
yes,
about
but I like the fact that the Raiders have scored 30 both weeks. And
I've never had a problem with the Raiders. I like the Raiders, and I like when they win, and they're fucking impressive. I like Derek Carr a lot. I've always backed Derek Carr, even though I know he's not.
I'm not a huge fan of Derek Carr. I just think
I hate his brother.
watching their offense, it just looks like. I mean, their offense was good last year, but it just looks like. I mean, I know Henry Ruggs. I think he had 1 catch last game.
Yeah.
But just the involvement of everyone, and then Josh Jacobs looks just unreal this year.
Jacobs
He looks
really
insane.
So you're going Raiders?
I'm going Raiders.
You're right.
Darren Wallace having 2 receiving touchdowns.
Bears,
Josh Jacobs running
Falcons.
for over 100 yards.
Bears Falcons again. I
my
said
God,
this a couple times
Falcons.
last week. If you asked me 3 weeks ago, I'm picking the Falcons. But the
I
Falcons
mean-
don't know the rules of football, guys.
No.
So how the fuck are they going to win a football game? If
Falcons
you
are
can't,
awful.
no, guys. In case you didn't know, if there's an onside kick, the people kicking the ball cannot touch the ball within 10 yards.
Yeah.
The people receiving the ball
Can touch it
can
whenever.
grab the ball whenever they want.
Yeah.
That ball rolled the slowest fucking
Yeah.
roll I've ever seen in my life. I think they counted 6 Falcons that were standing around it at one point or another.
There was literally Falcons players backing away from it with their arms to their sides, waving their arms, backing away from the ball, trying to not touch it, as if that was
And the only reasoning
if
I've
it's
heard
forbidden.
was that, we think it's going to. We didn't think it was going to pass 10 yards.
It doesn't
Who the
fucking
fuck
matter.
cares if
Jump
it
on the
doesn't?
ball.
Like that
Jump on the ball.
boneheaded fucking mistake.
Yeah.
Arthur Blank. I think
Falcons.
Arthur Blank is the author, the owner's name.
I don't know.
Arthur something.
Owner of
He
the Falcons.
did an interview on Sirius the next day and said, "It's clear the hands team didn't know the rules.
Yeah.
How do you let that? You have to practice that once a week.
Yeah.
How do you
At
not
least.
know that?
High
How do
school
you
teams
not
do it
How
once
do you
every
not
week.
know
so
that?
A disgrace of a football team.
It's
tough.
disgusting,
They're bad.
and that's why Mitch Trubisky is going to go ahead and
Bears
put.
Bears are 2-0 right now.
I know.
It is actually crazy.
I'm also gonna go Bears.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm going
yeah.
Falcons
Yep.
were up 29-10 at half against the Cowboys.
They're up
Bears.
39-24 with 4
They were
minutes
up
and 49.
20-0 at one point. They had a 20-point lead and then a 19-point lead at half. And
They were up
15 points.
39-24 with
Yeah, 15
4:49
points
left.
with less than 5 minutes to go.
Come on now.
You hate to see it.
Jesus
They let
Christ.
CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper both had over 100 receiving yards
Yeah.
on 6 receptions each.
Yeah, they're bad. They're bad.
Prescott had
really are.
3 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, Prescott had a hell of a game.
I mean, he has to.
I mean, Matt
Yeah.
Ryan.
Fighting-
Matt
fighting
Ryan
for
still
fucking
threw
money
for
here.
4
He wants
touchdowns.
something.
Calvin Ridley had 2 touchdowns and 109 yards. So their offense is doing good. It's just their defense folds at the end, and they don't know how to
Yeah, they
do
had
onside kicks. I guess
they had
the
0
Cowboys.
turnovers that game.
Just
Zero.
it's just
They were the
it's just
first team in
sad.
NFL history to score 39 points with 0 turnovers and still lose.
Jesus
What a weird
Christ,
final
dude.
score, 40-39.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
That's
It's
crazy.
tough.
I
Just tough.
don't understand how dude, Pee Wee football players are jumping on that onside kick.
Yeah.
There's no way in the history. These are professional athletes,
Yeah.
and 0 out of 6 of them
Yep.
thought it was okay to
Yeah,
just watch
it's-
the ball.
It's tough.
It does not
just
make
can't-
sense.
Just cannot happen.
You hate,
It just
you hate
cannot
to be
happen.
an idiot. You hate to be an idiot.
And this is one of those things where I'm gonna say, yeah, fucking, I'm not. Or it's not one of those things where I'm gonna be like, I shouldn't be overcritical because I'm not a professional athlete. But I played the lowest point of football you can. I played freshman football, which is everybody plays freshman football, and I played freshman football, and I'm fucking diving on that ball. There's no reason. Everybody is.
All you have to do is know what an onside kick is to realize that as the receiving team, you should probably.
I get bouncy. When people kick it bouncy, it's a little intimidating to
Yeah.
try to grab because you don't want to be the one that muffs
Yeah,
it.
yeah, definitely.
This was rolling.
Yeah,
rolling.
it was on. It was on the ground.
It was almost completely at a dead stop at one point.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just grab the
I would have.
ball.
If I'm a Falcons fan, I would have rather had them try to dive on it, and if
And
you miss
fumble
it
it.
and you flip it out, and some Cowboys player randomly picks it up,
Yeah.
you're still mad. But at least you actually tried to get the ball
Yeah,
It's tough.
instead of just watching it.
this
and
is
then-
one of those possibilities. Well, no, because I feel like I'd still be just as mad because this possibility should have never had.
It shouldn't have happened.
they
It-
shouldn't have
Doctor
the
Strange has
opportunity.
looked at
No.
a million fucking possibilities in the universe, and that was not one
No.
of them. We are in an alternate reality where pro football players don't understand that you can grab the fucking football when it's on the ground.
Yeah, Falcons are bad. I think that's
They love
established.
blowing
So
leads.
we're
Like,
all
it's just.
going Bears.
I guess we're going the fucking
I
Bears.
know. We're just.
I can't believe I'm going with the
Cannot
Bears.
believe I'm
Yeah.
picking Mitch Trubisky
So,
over Matt Ryan, but that's what's happening.
So we got our next game. One of two games this week where both teams are 2-0. We got the Rams versus the Bills.
Should
Rams
be
are
a-
looking good. Josh Allen is leading the league in passing yards right now.
Kyle Van Noy should quit football.
Josh Allen bitch.
He got
He
absolutely
trucked the
destroyed.
fuck out of him. It was hilarious.
And then he like kind of ran the next dude over too. I don't know who it was.
Yeah.
But Van Noy got
He
put
got-
into the
yeah, he
fucking
just
ground.
Yeah.
If you
slammed
haven't
on
watched
the
it,
ground.
please look up
Yeah.
Josh Allen stiff arming Kyle Van Noy. It will
Yeah,
change your
It
fucking
wasn't even
life.
a stiff arm. He just straight shouldered him.
Yeah,
I'm
he
pretty
just
sure.
just got destroyed.
God.
I mean, Josh Allen is a big dude. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. Like he's big, but you
But-
can't get bitched like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's tough.
Not by a quarterback. You can't.
Yeah,
Dude,
you can
and that's
see
like a Super Bowl champion too.
Yep.
Yeah, like Kyle Van Noy isn't just some random dude. Like,
Yeah.
That's
Crazy.
fucking awful.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Rams.
I'm going Bills.
I'm going Bills as well.
All right, I'll
I
be
just-
wrong again. I guess.
Yeah.
Like I mean, like the Rams have done really good so far. Like, I mean, week one. Who did they face week one? Week
Cowboys.
two.
Who gives a shit?
They beat
Yeah,
the
they
Cowboys
beat
week
the
one.
Cowboys on Monday or Sunday night.
Oh, Cowboys.
And then
But
they
week
beat the
two,
Eagles.
yeah, they just shit on the Eagles.
So they haven't really played anybody great.
All right, so I'm
Yeah.
going
I mean,
Bills.
haven't played anybody great either.
Yeah, but they did have a close game with Miami, but that
Jets
is a
and the
division
Dolphins.
That's
game.
true. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think.
Ooh,
I think
I don't know who to go.
Stephon Diggs had quite the game. He had more receiving yards than the entire Vikings receiving core. I think he had over 150.
Okay,
Yeah,
either way,
he went off.
now that I've second guessed myself, I'm gonna be upset about the outcome, so I'm just gonna go with
Yeah,
my gut.
Diggs.
I'm going with the Rams.
Yeah, Diggs had 153 yards on 8 receptions and a touchdown.
Nice.
The Texans Steelers and the records on this going into the season,
not-
I
Yeah.
thought would be flopped.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
Texans.
Well, okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
To be fair, Texans have played the Chiefs and the Ravens. To start
Yeah,
out
no.
the
Yeah.
season.
Super tough schedule to start with, but the fact that you expected the Steelers.
Okay, maybe 1-1.
to
I
lose
didn't think-
to the
I didn't-
Giants and the Broncos.
Well, okay. Well, I fucking here's my reasoning: is I grew up my whole fucking life hearing Luke talk about how fucking Ben Roethlisberger's gonna have a comeback year. I know
Yeah.
he played like shit last year. He's gonna come back and throw 1,000 touchdown passes, and then this year I hear all the media talking about how he's gonna have a good comeback year.
Yeah.
I don't trust any of these fuckers.
Yeah.
I mean,
Of course,
is he
so
not having a good year?
He's having a good year. So what
Yeah.
the? So early on, I expected him not to have a good year. So I thought these would be flipped. No, I,
mean,
didn't because the Texans
two
played the
years
Chiefs.
ago,
so I
he had a
wouldn't.
good year. It's just
Yeah.
our defense flopped right at the end.
Yeah.
So our defense.
I was
2
going
years
off the
ago
fact that he was
jigs.
0-2 last year, but I know he got surgery. It's
Yeah, he's
He's impressive. I will
I'm
give you
fairly
that.
certain, like 99% certain that he was hurt in that first game. He just got to the point in the second game where he just could not actually throw a football anymore. Like he said in his documentary, he is quoted saying that it started hurting him like it
Well, I
wasn't
mean,
100%.
every football
That's-
player in
that's
the
what they
NFL
all
said
say.
that.
I mean, you're not
That's
wrong.
what they all say.
But
no, I believe
I just
that,
want
but he-
something to.
He is
seize
very
us on
impressive.
this going.
I'm very impressed by him. He's doing
I
great.
think-
I'm going to Texans though.
Yeah.
Texans do not
I
start
think
0-3.
after the Steelers nearly blew that game against the
Jeff
Broncos,
Driscoll.
Yeah, it was
after
not.
the injuries, they almost blew it. I'm gonna go with the Texans.
Noah thought his name was like John or something.
No, I thought it was Drew Driscoll because I'm pretty sure there's a Drew Driscoll on the Jets. Or
he
there
had
was.
no idea what his name was. That's how bad it
I'm
was
sorry, I
that
don't
he
know
fucking.
the backup
I'm
quarterback for
not.
the Denver
No, I'm not.
Broncos.
I'm
I
not.
don't know.
I'm not coming at you. I'm saying it's sad that like no one knows this
Oh,
dude's fucking
yeah,
name.
And he nearly came back.
Noah's
Yeah,
defensive today.
Yeah.
He's on
Yeah.
his fucking high horse. He's ready.
Yeah, no. The
Jesus.
Steelers almost broke my heart at the end, but it's just like with the Steelers in a season that they are like pretty healthy the entire way, and like they are a good football team, which it's been a few years since that has actually occurred. But when we are that, there are always like 1 or 2 games during the season where we fucking lose to a team we should not lose to,
Yeah.
and I thought this
Yeah.
was going to be the game. Like a couple years ago, we lost to the Raiders for literally no we were one of the best teams in the NFL at that point record wise, and we just got shit on by the Raiders, and we're like, what is going on?
It is.
Stuff.
It is quite a lucky day for you that you guys did not lose. To
Yeah,
the
no,
Texans.
I would
I probably
be
would have came in
livid.
with a Driscoll jersey. I would have had that
Yeah,
shit
no,
Amazon next
I would've
day
been-
delivery.
Would have been absolutely livid.
Would have fucking gifted it to Luke.
Yeah,
Probably
you
would have
would've.
sent it to Jeff Driscoll, asked him to fucking sign it, because who the
Yeah.
fuck ever sends him mail? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He'd probably
we
do it.
would have got lit
Yeah, I
the fuck
would've.
up on this podcast.
Yeah, there's
if
going
they
to be.
lost.
We're going
It
to
would've
lose
been
to a
tough.
team we shouldn't lose to at some point this year, and I'm just not
Yeah.
not ready for
He's
that.
ready to fucking
Yeah.
take it on
Yep.
the shins.
Taking this episode off, guys.
I have one more Ben stat. I have one Ben stat that I'm just gonna we're gonna end the Steelers conversation with
All
this.
right.
So Ben has 100+ passer rating in the first 2 games of this season. That's the 4th time in his career that he has had a passer rating over 100 through the first 2 games. The previous 3 times are the previous 3 years that the Steelers have been in the Super Bowl.
It's going to be tough when Juju goes an entire season without fumbling the ball away, and then in the Super Bowl with 50
Yeah.
seconds left to go.
That would be hilarious. I don't want to see the Steelers in the Super Bowl.
And
as a
Jamal
Patriots fan,
Adams fucking punches
But-
it out.
But if that were to occur, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I would be okay with
I
because it would be hilarious.
it would be nice to see a unrigged Steelers Seahawks Super Bowl game.
I mean, come on now.
So are you going Steelers?
Yeah, I'm going Steelers.
Is he gonna go
I'm not-
against the Steelers once? Like, can
Probably
you
not.
be unbiased, or do you just really think they're gonna kill the Texans?
I mean, I don't think they're gonna kill him. I think that it'll be close, but
Luke's gonna pick the Steelers to go 16-0. It's ridiculous.
no, I'm sure there'll be a week this year.
yeah.
The next game is the Titans and the Vikings. The Vikings disappointed.
Vikings
last
looked
week.
awful last week. Titans look good. Derrick Henry I think he's second in rushing yards throughout the league. I think Adams from the Packers, after last week, he's leading the league. But Henry's got Aaron Jones, yeah. Yeah, Derrick Henry's got 200 on the season right now. Tannehill looks really good. Against the Broncos last Monday, Gostkowski was, the one weak point of their team. I think they outplayed the Broncos throughout that entire game. Gostkowski cost them 10 points.
Yeah,
throughout
it
that
should
game.
not
So
have
it
been that
shouldn't
close
have
of
been
a
that
game.
close.
Game winner,
yeah.
that'll keep you a fucking
Kirk
job.
Cousins threw 3 interceptions
He
on
looked
Sunday.
like dog shit.
Yeah, the
I think
Vikings-
his
the
passer
Vikings just
rating
do
was
not-
under 20.
It was
do
like
not look
15
like a good
points
team.
something.
Oh,
It
that's
was bad.
fucking
It
terrible.
was bad.
They just do not look like I mean, I picked them to win last week too, and they're just letting me down.
Yeah, they do
I'm
that.
definitely not picking them this week though. I can tell you that much.
I'm going Titans.
Yeah, me too.
The Vikings are disappointing. We're going to the 4:05 games. This is Eastern time, by the way. Just wanted to throw that out
Yeah.
because I don't know what time zone
You're
France is
listening.
at.
Oh, yeah.
We have this
Oh,
one
yeah.
dude from France. That
Hello?
keeps, I don't know
Hello?
if
Hello
he's
to
from
our
our
French
Facebook or
listeners.
Yeah.
something, but we appreciate you joining us for 4 episodes straight,
Yeah.
and I hope you join us again.
Most loyal listener.
Yeah.
Listen. DM us.
Yeah,
We want to
fa-
find out who you are.
please.
Let us
Please
know.
DM us. Let us know what you think, man. Or
We'll
go.
shout
Yeah,
you
yeah.
out. We'll shout you out.
Yeah,
Shout it out,
correct.
man. Yeah.
Panthers, Chargers. The Chargers better start Justin Herbert this week. Anthony Lynn said right after the game, well, there's a reason he's a backup. If Tyrod Taylor's healthy, he's going to be our starter.
Herbert looked fucking amazing.
Herbert took Patrick Mahomes' Kansas City Chiefs to overtime.
Yeah.
Granted, the Chiefs did not score as much as they should have, but it's a divisional game, so it's going to be close anyway. But the
Yeah.
fact in his first start ever, he held up to the Chiefs,
Yep.
their defense looked fucking nasty against the Texans.
Yeah. I think he was the first rookie to have a throwing and rushing touchdown in his debut since like 1950 or something.
Yeah,
shit like
threw
that.
for over 300 passing yards as well.
Yeah.
on
I
22
was a big
attempts.
fan of his on Hard Knocks. You see a lot of like personalities, and
Yeah.
I really did like him. I actually wanted the Patriots to draft him during the draft, but we just we were too deep in the draft, so
Yeah.
he was definitely going top 10. The Panthers are out do not have Christian McCaffrey,
Yep.
so that
Yeah,
is
that's
a
like-
huge
kind of
deal.
4 to 6 weeks. I
Yeah,
think.
his injury is kind of like up in the air with as far as how severe it is, but like
Yeah.
the initial timetable was 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I've seen like some things that be like, oh, it could possibly be like 3 or so, depending
Yeah.
on. I mean, he's also like when he's been asked about it, he's like, "Yeah, I'll be fine. Like it
Yeah.
won't be.
Yeah, that's
I
what
will
he
not be
does.
out 4 to 6 weeks." But at the same time, you never really know.
For that reason, and because I think they'll end up starting Justin Herbert,
Yeah,
I think I'm going Chargers.
Yeah,
if Herbert starts, I'm going Chargers. If Taylor starts, I'd go Panthers.
You don't get to count that though. You
I'm
make your
going-
decisions right here, and you lay your bet right here.
I mean,
This is what
I'm
the
going,
pick'em map is for. This is what we're doing. We're
I mean,
keeping
I'm-
track of this
Pick 'em
bullshit.
I'm
app is
Chargers
open
regardless.
until game time. So I'm saying right now.
No, this is.
As of right now, Herbert is starting because Taylor's still.
So you're going with the Chargers.
So Chargers, yeah. But if they switch to Taylor before the game, I'm gonna switch.
I'm
my
going
pick.
Chargers.
We're just
either way.
fucking making
I'm
up
just-
rules on the spot. This is
Give
ridiculous.
me Tyrod Taylor. I'm still picking the
Oh,
Chargers.
really?
Yeah, still picking the Chargers. It's the Panthers
If-
without
If
McCaffrey.
that wasn't allowed, you wouldn't be able to go back in and switch once you saved your picks. So obviously it's allowed. You got throughout the week for different. Who knows what's going to happen from here till Sunday? You know, Taylor might come back, he might not.
Yeah, but I think
Like
for if we're
another
keeping
player
track
that
for
got
podcast
Verona?
purposes,
You know, who knows what happens.
So the next game is the Jets versus the Colts.
me and Noah are gonna have a fucking boxing match
What
with
a
the six
what a
guys.
game! What a game! Jets Colts.
Colts.
Colts,
Jets are
yes.
garbage.
I mean, Sam Darnold is the most overhyped quarterback in the NFL. I'm sick and tired of the Jets fans. I really am. It's every fucking week with this. Stop comparing him to Josh Allen. He's fucking awful.
Yeah.
He's not terrible. All right, he has a couple. he has a couple
way
two-tree
to
throws,
switch directions.
but he's nowhere near Josh Allen.
Yeah.
He's nowhere near Cam Newton. Ryan
Words.
Fitzpatrick can
No,
pull a couple
he's-
two-tree fucking wins out of his ass.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick is better than Darnold, for sure.
I had to think about it, but you, for
Yeah.
sure,
Yeah,
Sam
for
Darnold's
sure.
the worst quarterback in the
I'd,
AFC.
Sam- yeah.
I'd say they. To me personally, I mean, like you guys definitely watch a lot more like games of actually watching Sam Darnold. So like comparing him to Fitzpatrick, you guys
Yeah.
watch much more. Like you guys play the Jets and the
Yeah.
Dolphins, like
Yep.
you've seen much more of them actually playing. But I would rank them like very like on the same level. Like
They're similar,
definitely
but-
not good. But
I mean, if I were to choose which one I want on my team for longevity, obviously I would go to Sam Darnold because
Yeah.
you know he's going to improve eventually.
he's looked so
And
bad this
Fitzpatrick
year.
only has a couple years left.
So how many? Here's a
But
question.
right now, Fitzpatrick is better.
How
than
many more weeks until Adam Gase gets fired? You think they're gonna hold him off to the end of the season?
If they start like 0-6, 0-7, I feel like you can't just Just
because
let
this
it
is the second
ride.
year. This is his second year. He's
Yeah,
you
no,
can't
Dog
just you
shit.
can't just continue.
because
I mean,
Sam
I feel
Darnold
like-
looked decently promising last year, and quarantine, obviously fucked with everyone differently. So it is kind of an asterisk here in that aspect, but he looks like shit.
Yeah,
he looks fucking
He
terrible.
has looked awful
Just
this
front
season.
office also got to do something. They got to build a team around him. They don't have a good team.
Yeah.
It's not.
No, because they got him
although-
fucking Le'Veon Bell last year, and they still did nothing.
Yeah, but one piece isn't gonna. You get a good running back, but you have a dog shit offensive line.
Yeah,
you're
they
not gonna
need
do anything.
you need to have a good offensive line.
I just
to
think-
actually
Good team.
utilize
It was
it.
a
Even with a
53-man roster,
decent
you need-
offensive line, Sam Darnold is not close to Josh Allen. or
Well,
Cam
no.
Newton.
Well, no, that's been established already. Sam Darnold, worst starting QB in the AFC East. But
That's,
yeah,
that's,
Jets are
that's
bad.
gonna piss off a couple two or three people. Because
it's not
Accept
it's not
the
a
truth.
false it's not a false
Accept
statement.
the truth.
I'm putting this right on Jets Twitter. I'm just clipping this
Okay.
Yeah.
part and being like,
Okay.
Just
Yo, Jets Twitter.
tank for
Y'all are
Trevor, bro.
bad.
Jets
Stop
got
hyping
Darnold,
up this dude.
Jets
Not
got
good.
a tank for Trevor. I mean, might as well now.
no, they
Gotta
need
do it.
pieces. No
Gotta
way.
tank for Trevor.
No way they fucking. If
Tank
they're
for
the number
Trevor.
one pick, do they grab Trevor Lawrence just because they
Got
could
it.
probably trade Sam Darnold for?
Probably.
I don't know if they can trade Sam Darnold anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I mean, I
we've
would
talked
do
too
it.
much about the fucking Jets for some reason.
Yeah.
What game are
Colts
we on?
fucking
Jets, Colts.
Jets.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
going to
Colts,
the Colts.
Colts
Yeah.
for sure.
425 games. Cowboys, Seattle. I mean,
Seattle.
Russell Wilson's going to
For
throw
sure.
700 yards.
Yeah.
I
I don't
honestly
think
think
this game's gonna be close.
I think Russell Wilson might break a single game touchdown record this year.
Single
Steph-
game touchdown record?
Yeah, I think it's 7, or he'll at least tie it. I think
Yeah, it is 7.
Yeah.
he's against decent defenses. He's doing some incredible fucking shit.
Yeah.
I can see him. They
mean-
have to play a bum team eventually. When he plays Miami, because they're playing Miami, he might break the touchdown record.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to predict single game records.
Yeah.
Because there's so much that goes into it.
If he keeps doing what he's doing, he's on track to beating.
Yeah, I mean,
right now,
throwing 7 or 8 touchdowns in a game is
right now he's on
absolutely
track
insane.
to beat the single season touchdown
Yeah.
record.
He just have, yeah, he's averaging 4.5 per game.
2 games. Let's see.
Please, 2020, do not take Russell Wilson away from football.
Yeah,
he is
he's-
way too entertaining to watch.
He's on pace for 72 touchdowns this season.
That's a lot.
Granted,
I'm gonna
it's
be
true
with
that's
you.
not gonna
That's a
happen.
lot.
2 games. It's not going to
yeah,
happen.
but
That's a lot.
if you
That's a lot
average-
of
He's on
touchdowns.
pace right now. He's on pace for 72.
it is only week 2, and of course, this is overreaction still.
Yeah.
You know, week 1 through 5 are pretty big overreactions.
So Seahawks 3-0.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Seahawks do.
Cowboys
Sure.
1 and 2 get fucked. Lions, Cardinals. The Lions just continuously the gift on that just keeps fucking giving.
Yeah.
I mean, how many more times can you look good in the first half? They're the NFL Celtics, I think. I mean, minus the actual success in
Yeah.
the end. Like, they fucking suck. They can't do anything after
Yeah.
scoring twice.
Going dating back to the last 2 weeks of last season, 4 straight games of losing when they held a double-digit lead at one point.
And
They
Kyler Murray.
blew an insane amount of they were winning, and I couldn't tell you the exact number of games, but look, how many games did they win last year? Like 3 or 4. They tied in a game last
They
year.
were bad.
They're fucking atrocious. And
I wanna
they're
say
facing
The
Kyler
Cardinals.
Murray
Kyler
and
Murray's having a hell of a season so
DeAndre
far.
Hopkins. How many times is DeAndre Hopkins going to throw a fucking screen, or how many times is Kyler Murray going to throw a screen pass to DeAndre Hopkins? It's happened like 6 times in the past 2 weeks, and no one has stopped it. He's gotten at least like 2 yards every time.
I mean, at least 2 yards.
No, I'm saying like his worst was like 2 yards. He's gotten. I think he did it like 3 times against the Niners and got a first down every single time. He's fucking disgusting. What? Why did the Texans get rid of him? Bill O'Brien is a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
He is so dumb. That is
Not only is he like one of the actual worst coaches in the league because he gets like outcoached every single time he actually
general
faces
manager.
But like then they're like, yeah, let's just
Imagine-
give you more control over the team.
Imagine trading away Jadeveon Clowney and DeAndre Hopkins and not getting a single first-round pick for either of them.
The
You hate to see it.
David Johnson, man.
the
David
fucking
Johnson.
Cardinals.
David
That
Johnson
was a
looks good
steal.
so far.
The Cardinals.
But, like-
That was a steal. Either
Oh,
way.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
Because running backs
1,000%.
don't last forever anyway. David Johnson could be good for 3 weeks and he's gonna fucking die. He's not
Yeah.
gonna die, but his
Could die.
He
Could
could
die.
die. He could
It's
die.
2020 could
Yeah.
die. Don't hope he dies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, Cardinals.
Yeah. Are we all going? I almost
Cardinals.
said St. Louis. Wow.
I mean,
There's not
yeah.
there's not a football team in St. Louis.
No.
And I almost said St. Louis.
And even
Yeah.
when there were, it was not the Cardinals.
Was not the Cardinals.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're going
definitely go in Cardinals.
Arizona for sure. The next game is the Buccaneers Broncos. Jeff Driscoll.
These next 2 games are
Yeah,
gonna be
I'm
so
going
good.
Bucks.
But yeah.
Denver
Yeah.
is
After this one.
injury-ridden and it's
Bruce
tough.
Arians said some things today that about Gronkowski that I think makes a lot of sense. He
Oh,
said that
yeah.
we're not going to use him much in the passing game just because he's big, he can be a tight end, and they have the weapons on offense already. Although I would say use him as at least like a distraction every
I
now
mean,
and then.
They I think he's ran 33 routes in the first 2 games and has had
4 receptions, I
6
think.
targets, 4 receptions. So I mean, they're still using him, but they're not going to use him.
Yeah,
to
they're
the
gonna,
extent
they're going to
that
use him
New
as a
England
block
did.
just because one, I mean, it's
Because
first
they have
year back.
Godwin and Evans as receivers.
Yeah,
They didn't
but
have
like-
Mike Evans
like,
week 1,
yeah,
and they didn't
this-
have Godwin week 2.
This past game, like they put up 31, and Godwin was out, and Gronk was targeted once.
Yeah.
And
You guys see
didn't
McCoy
make-
drop that wide open touchdown pass?
Yeah, that was real tough.
And then there was another dude that it fucking bounced off his helmet, and Brady looked like he wanted to kill himself.
Yeah, he's
He-
like, oh, it's fucking 2019 over again.
Fucking receivers
But, like-
still can't. Goddamn. I went to this team so I can have some fucking weapons, and it just bounced off that dude's crown. What are we doing? He looked pissed.
Yeah, it's crazy to
Yes,
me.
too.
But I mean, like I understand why. Like I didn't expect Gronk could just set the world on fire and like just completely
me
go
neither.
off and be
Yeah,
like a
no.
top tight end in the league. But he's not even like OJ Howard is beating him out in targets.
Yeah,
which
well, I
is,
mean, I think Gronk is being more utilized as a blocker, which, like, in his last year or 2 with New England, he was because, he's
can't
Injury
fucking
prone.
run when your knees are
Yeah.
exploding on every step.
Yeah.
So are we all going Bucks on that?
Yeah.
All right, and then the two primetime games
So good. Sunday
are
night.
fucking
so good.
incredible.
So good.
We have the Packers and the Saints.
I'm gonna go Packers.
I'm
Aaron Rodgers
also
is
going to
looking
go
great.
Packers.
Packers.
Aaron Rodgers has
Drew
slowly
Brees.
this offseason become one of my favorite quarterbacks just off
Their
the field.
their
He is
offense
phenomenal.
So good. Their offense
Yeah.
has been
Devontae
absolutely
Adams
insane.
might not
He's
be
questionable,
there.
but
I think even if he doesn't play, I think Packers still.
Oh, so you're not going to change your pick in the middle of the week?
Well, I mean a
All
receiver.
right, no, I'm just making
quarterback.
sure we're on.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure we're on.
yeah,
that.
no,
I'm
no.
just saying.
Packers have just looked
Just-
downright unstoppable on offense. So I just
Yeah, Aaron Jones had a hell of a game. I think he had like 48 points in fantasy.
so I had Aaron Jones in fantasy last year, and he's one of the most inconsistent players I've ever seen. Because he
Yeah.
could have a game where he goes off, has like 4
Yeah.
touchdowns, has like 45 fantasy points, and the next week he'll give you 3,
Yeah.
where he'll have like 10 carries for like 20 something yards and a reception, and then that's it. That's all
know-
he gives you.
I know
With
it hasn't-
absolutely nothing.
It hasn't hurt them yet. But do you think eventually, maybe this week, that Jordan Love pick will come back to haunt them with no Devontae Adams? Because they had the best wide receiver option in round 1 this year
Well, I mean,
for the draft ever.
Saints are also missing Michael Thomas,
Yeah,
so it kind of like evens it out a bit.
Saints also
Yeah.
did just lose to the Raiders, so
I
it's
just-
not, it's
I
not like
just-
the Raiders.
especially
It's not like
their
the Saints
two-
are coming off
Brees
hot.
has not been playing.
they're
like
2-0
his usual self.
with Aaron Rodgers is what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
why, I still like it. I know it's will never make sense to me, but Jordan Love was obviously
A terrible pick. Yeah.
a terrible
Yeah,
pick.
established that.
That's
the-
what you say now. You never really.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he could take off later, but Aaron, he doesn't look like he's slowing
Alright,
down.
By us saying Jordan Love is a terrible pick is not saying he's necessarily going
No,
to be
no.
a bad player.
No,
Yeah,
I am.
Just for
It's not about Jordan
For this
Love.
season
doesn't-
right now.
Yeah, he doesn't fit.
It's
into
about
what
the fact
team
that
needs.
the Green Bay Packers got shit stomped in the NFC Championship game, and it wasn't because they don't have a good quarterback.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then they got a fucking quarterback in the first round. And it wasn't because they got a bad running back either, and they got a running back in the second round.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I think it's going to come back to hurt them eventually. Maybe not against the Saints. I'm going Packers. Luke, you going Packers?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have to.
Packers,
Their
yeah.
their offense is so the Green Bay is the 8th team in the Super Bowl era to score 40 plus points in each of their first 2 games of the season, and each of the last 2 teams that did that won the Super Bowl that season. I don't know what those teams are, but that's what I saw that stat, so I would
Nice.
imagine. Wild.
Pretty crazy.
So yeah, have to go Packers.
The Monday night game, I'm
we got
very
another
excited
great
for.
Monday night game.
Definitely
Chiefs
Potential
and
game of the week.
Ravens. Potential game of the year.
that too. We'll see. We'll see. The Chiefs did look kind of
The Chiefs did look iffy, but
lackluster
again,
last
it
week.
is a
It's- yeah, it's a
divisional
Yeah.
game,
so-
that's going to happen.
Yeah. This is
I'm
a
go-
tough
I'm-
one to predict.
Yeah,
I'm
it's-
going Chiefs. I
I'm
thought
going
about
Ravens.
it all day.
I'm gonna go
I
Ravens.
don't want to go Ravens. I despise everything about the Ravens, but I just like the Chiefs almost lost to the Chargers last week. And
It's
the
a division
Ravens
game, though.
I know, but like the Ravens have shown zero weakness through the like they've just shat on both teams they faced.
Who have they played?
They played the Browns and they played the Texans.
And just shat on both of them. So like they just haven't really shown any sort of weakness, and the fact that the Chiefs have shown any sort of weakness, I don't think like it's going to be a high scoring game.
Yeah.
I don't expect it to just
Yeah, I have my tiebreaker because we have to pick a tiebreaker just in case so that they can pick
Yeah.
a first place for our pick'em. I have my tiebreaker as I'm at least putting up 52 between the two of them.
I think I'm gonna go into the 60s.
It's definitely going to be, I hope, a high scoring game.
Yeah.
Both of their offenses are fucking electric. Both of their defense
I'm gonna do
has
55.
weaknesses but aren't terrible. So I'll believe I'll see at least one pick six. Someone's gonna make a mistake, and I think that might turn the game. But I think the Chiefs are gonna win this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Ravens. I think total score will be 63 points. That's what I'm going.
Okay.
with.
I have it
I'm
at
going with a high scoring
55.
game.
I'm gonna go.
I went 52, and you went 55.
Fact.
Dude's a jackass. He does this every fucking week.
You guys
too.
one upped each other last week. I wasn't even
Yeah.
close to you guys.
He one up me. I picked one. No, he was complaining about you one upping him, and I said my pick, and he was like, okay, and then
Yeah,
picked
that
one number
literally
higher.
picked the
Yeah.
next
Wait,
one.
no,
I
you
did
picked, you picked
three up.
63?
Come on.
Nah,
But yeah, so far after the first 2 weeks, we got Lucas still up top. He had 14 correct in week 2. He's got 24 total points. I'm in second still. I had 13 correct week 2. I got 21 total points, and Josh still in last. He got 11 correct, and he's got 18 total
made
points.
some cold,
so we all
takes
did
so
better
far.
in
Made some
week
cold
2
takes.
than we did in week 1. The highest was Luke in week 1. He had 10 correct. Josh was the lowest this week, and he had 11.
In
So
my
we're all doing-
defense, I'm too realistic in the idea that there will be upsets, but I pick the wrong upsets every fucking week. So
Yeah,
that's why I'm garbage.
Yeah, like this past week, I would like the games I lost, like the Vikings. I mean, I expected them to
I didn't
actually
expect the
look like
Colts
a.
to put up
yeah.
as much as they did.
Well, I expected them to look like a football team, but then I mean, the Raiders Saints. I didn't expect the Raiders to just completely take over that game. Like, yes,
Yeah.
Michael Thomas was out, but like Drew Brees didn't look like Drew Brees, and it was just I didn't expect that.
Game of the week, we're thinking probably Chiefs Ravens.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't.
Chiefs, Ravens,
I would be
no doubt about
surprised. Like possibly Packers Saints, but I don't know.
Then
like
the-
Chiefs Ravens, like you just
Other than the Thursday night game, which I mean, again,
I hope. It's
how can
so
you
good.
not be excited about
I hope
Ryan
it's so good.
Fitzpatrick and Gardner Minshew? How can you? They should be the poster boys of the NFL.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
the beard and
Come
the
on.
stash.
come on.
Now Pat Mahomes is doing a pretty good job at that.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us
Cool.
again.
One second.
Oh.
We got an update on Game 3 of the Lakers and Nuggets game. Nuggets are up 44-32, about halfway into the second quarter. So we'll see how that goes.
All right. So, I mean, I already guaranteed a Lakers win.
Yeah, your Charles guarantee.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I also put out there that LeBron was going to tear his ACL. I want to retract that statement, but I'm still guaranteeing a Lakers win.
Interesting.
See, now he's gonna tear his ACL later in the game. Be like,
I'll
"God,
shit my pants.
So
Like,
what's going to happen is the Nuggets are going to win, and then we're going to shit on you for yet another terrible prediction.
that's
You've
what
had
I'm
a
here
lot
for.
of cold ones so
I've
far.
had quite a couple to treat.
Yeah, we're going to have to start calling you Skip over here.
Oh, don't do that. He's an asshole. We are, again, an anti-Skip Bayless show.
Yeah, fuck
We've
Skip
talked about
Bayless.
that before.
He's the real reason the Patriots lost.
Speaking,
He tweeted out, he guaranteed that Cam was running in for the touchdown. He said, "There's no way they're stopping Cam. Patriots are gonna win." And then,
and you know
they
what? He
didn't.
was kind of like, it was kind of good to see that even Skip Bayless predicted that he was gonna fucking run it in the end zone. Everyone and their grandmother watching that game was like, "Oh, this is going to Cam," and then they're just gonna stuff him because
Yeah,
they
because
knew exactly what was
it's,
happening.
Yeah, it's wild. They
Going
didn't
Cam
even have
know it.
like
An option,
a
like he
pass
said,
app-
like
yeah,
yeah.
didn't even have the option to pass it. It was just a straight run. And
Yeah,
then once
like,
the
I would've-
defense realized that it was a straight run, that there was literally no
yeah.
other outcome, they're
So
like, okay, let's just
I
rush
would have
him.
liked to do the thing they did with the fullback, where they had the fullback like sneak out, and he could throw it.
Yeah, just
yeah.
distract them even just a little bit, just
Yeah,
to like
even as just like a safety net.
Yeah.
In case you got defenders coming at you and you got nowhere to go.
And I got three more just little outside news things that have happened that I want to talk about before the show ends. The Rock came out and said to The Score, he is an interview that he did. He said, "Maybe I'll be the first owner in pro football history to actually suit up and play a game." Him, of course, talking about how he bought the XFL. In this, there's a picture of him working out with an XFL band on.
would
I
like to see
will
that.
lose it.
I
don't
give
know
me
how-
the XFL
give
right
me
now.
I don't
Dwayne
know how they
Johnson
would
at
work
quarterback.
that out with the teams, but if they could
I would
figure
love
out how
it.
to,
Bro, if he just started
That'd be
like
great.
fucking complaining to a ref and the ref was like, "All right, sure, fucking holding against it," like whatever.
you're fired.
Are
Get
they,
out of here.
is it- have they announced like is the XFL going to be a thing?
I don't
in
know if it's going to be
2021?
this off season, but he
I
said he's
really hope
aiming
it
for
is.
hopefully at least next off season.
Yeah.
We could-
The
we
next
could
thing,
just cover a whole nother football season.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
Yeah.
the next thing I want to talk about is Dak Prescott and what is his name? Hayden Hurst
Yeah.
had an exchange after the game. Hayden Hurst told him that his mother has him and his mother have a suicide prevention. What is it?
Like a program or hotline? or
Yeah,
something?
no, I think it's a charity,
Oh,
suicide
charity.
prevention charity, and Dak wants to, of course, team up with that. Again, the reason why we hate Skip Bayless so much is because of
Oh yeah, he's
One of the
yeah,
things he said
commented-
about Dak Prescott.
discredited
Yeah,
like
that was-
Dak's leadership ability because he
came out about
and
fighting
said-
depression.
yeah.
We here, obviously,
fuck Skip Bayless.
fuck Skip Bayless.
is one of the worst takes of all time.
If you have depression, there is places to reach out to. Please do that. We are I think all of us can agree.
Hell, even if want to reach out to us, I mean, I don't know who.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we'll fucking talk.
We're
here.
here. We're
we have
here.
no one else. I mean, let's
Yeah.
do it. Yeah. So of course, definitely, I should have got the name of his mother's charity. We'll post that on our Twitter or whatever. I'll put it
Yeah.
in the link or whatever. So yeah, that's oh yeah, and then the last one I have is Marquette King, one of my favorite punters. He punted in the XFL as well.
Yeah.
Love me some
Did
Marquette King.
fantastic. He was in Oakland, and he tweeted today, "I would not mind playing for free this year. I don't want money, but since I got to get paid, I'm down to take the vet minimum and donate it all to charity this year. I just want a fair shot with the best punters in the world."
He was a pretty good punter.
He
Yeah.
was. I mean, even in the XFL, he had
he was on
three
the
in a
battle,
row that was on the one.
He was on
Yeah.
the Battlehawks. He was disgusting, and I
Yeah,
was like,
he's-
"Why?"
he
I don't
was-
understand why he's not
Yeah,
like
he's one of the top
he had
punters
some
in the
like
league.
He had
off
off-season
the,
issues,
yeah. I say he had like off the field issues or something because I'm
Some
like,
Josh
why is
Gordon
he not?
problems.
Yeah, I was like, why is he
yeah.
not on a team right now? I was
Yeah.
like, he's like a
But
really good punter.
again, like their protocols on weed have been pushed back.
Yeah,
So it's very possible that he doesn't have
would
those
would
Right.
not
off-season
surprise me.
distraction anymore. Anyway, that's the show, guys. Thank you guys for joining us. Please go follow us on Instagram, Twitter,
At JNL Sports Show.
at JNL Sports Show. Thank you guys for joining us. We had an awesome time this week. Next week we'll be back again making predictions for the NFL. Maybe Noah will do the introductions again because he did fantastic. Thank you, Noah. Good
First
job.
try too. First
Yeah,
try.
first.
try.
All right. Well, fuck you, Luke. You got any closing remarks?
I don't know. I mean, like next week we'll talk, like be able to like forecast stuff for MLB playoffs
Yeah.
as much as we want to do that.
Yeah, the 46 teams that are in the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just give our bold predictions for that, and then just
I'm
really
thinking-
hope that the Steelers are intact for next week. I really hope
That
there
would be
isn't-
good. That would be nice.
Really hope there's not some with how things are trending. I know like a crushing injury is about to happen, and I'm really not ready for it.
Send in questions, guys. We're totally in for fan interaction, or even just, I mean, we don't have fans. We're like,
Yeah.
no, but people listen and
Yeah.
fucking send us questions.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
Yeah.
things with you guys.
DM us, ask us questions, topics you want us to talk about. Maybe sports you want us to pay more attention to. Stuff like
Except
that.
for the NHL. I'm sorry. We'll
I mean,
like,
we're
I
gonna
can't
give
do
our
it.
2 cents,
It's
but that's-
almost over. It very well could be over by the time our next podcast.
I also just want
I
to, in a year in advance,
couldn't
give
tell you.
give everyone a year advance. We'll probably touch on the Olympics a couple times,
Oh yeah, when it's out, we'll definitely.
but it might be one of those NHL things where we're telling you we're going to touch upon it, and then we'll name like 2 gold winners because Michael
No,
Phelps will
I
win
do-
2, and then we'll talk about that, and then that's it.
I do fuck with the Olympics.
I fuck with the
I
Olympics.
pay attention
Yeah.
to it a lot when it's out,
All right, well,
especially Summer Olympics.
Summer Olympics. What is the next one? The Summer
Summer.
Olympics?
Yep.
All right, cool. All right,
Yeah.
yep. Sorry, guys. We
Hold on.
closed out the show 76
Yeah.
times.
Thank you guys for listening.
Let me get a couple closing remarks, man.
Here we go. Yeah, go ahead.
Come on now.
Let's do this.
Come on. Spread the wealth out. So we're this is our 5th episode now. We've been doing it for over a month.
Mhm.
I don't know about you guys, but in between recording episodes, especially this past week. This past week has been long as hell. I feel like between each episode is like a month in between.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
A lot
super fun to
happens.
do this. Even if we don't have like a large audience, we appreciate everybody that listens, obviously.
Thanks,
And-
family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Thanks, fam. But yeah, man. Love doing this every week. It's
We're gonna. I think what you're trying to get to is we're gonna attempt to try to do some more. Like in between the weeks. I think
Yeah.
we'll find time. It is difficult with school and work, but I think as the season especially kicks
Yeah,
on, there'll
yeah.
be more. If injuries keep fucking coming up, we're gonna have an injury show.
Don't
for
be
45
surprised
minutes.
if there's some mini-sodes that come out in the next few weeks.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
be prepared for that,
yeah,
guys.
and be on the lookout for our YouTube. We'll get that set up.
Still figuring that
soon,
one out.
hopefully.
we'll get it down eventually.
Don't have the timetable for that at
Yeah.
the moment,
Yeah.
but we'll get around to it, and we'll definitely have little shorter exclusive episodes regarding important breaking news throughout the week. When it's like early on in the week, where by the time we record our next episode, it kind of old news and it kind of faded out of importance. But yeah, be on the lookout for that. We'll post on our Instagram and Twitter whenever anything else for our content is out. And yeah, so just be on the lookout. Appreciate you guys listening to us, especially our homie in France.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Yeah,
What is the?
DM
Do we
us.
know? Do we know the this city?
I have no idea.
It's like
Somewhere.
Click Dale Ellers. I don't
Some-
know. That was
somewhere.
offensive,
you probably
probably,
just
but
offended him.
Yeah.
You probably just
my
Sorry-
bad, dude.
sorry about
Please
that.
stick around.